Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Data AI Forum from IBM. In the next 20 minutes, I will try to explain how IBM creates value to our customers using IBM Garage. IBM Garage enables our customers the speed of a startup and the scale of an enterprise. IBM Garage is the way we want to create value for our customers in this era of digital innovation. Most of our clients have gone and tested with our customers in the startup mode from the nature that the Indians come to the table, being frugal. They want innovation at scale, at speed, but have to be very frugal considering the cost pressures that they are in. And therefore, they have always experienced a higher speed of innovation from startup companies and a lower speed of innovation from enterprise companies. When we spoke to our customers, we took this as a feedback and we created the IBM Garage. Let me take you through the IBM Garage journey and what we solve for our customers. IBM Garage essentially helps our customers to co-create, co-execute, and cooperate in a manner which is seamless from an idea to an enterprise scale deployment of solutions. Our customers would want to engage and create a cognitive enterprise for the digital future. And this essentially means that they have to operate and build solutions in any of the 7 layers that we identify as requirements for a cognitive enterprise. In our study, the 7 layers of a cognitive enterprise involves at the base layer, the hybrid cloud infrastructure. Second, it involves using the next generation applications. Third layer essentially is fueled by the data that it consumes, both internal and external. The fourth layer is to bring all of these together with the usage of exponential technologies which are available and which are getting matured. The fifth layer essentially builds the foundation of the cognitive-enabled enterprise workflows. It is powered by an ecosystem at the outest layer, and therefore, a cognitive enterprise reveals a culture of agile innovation. An IBM Garage helps you solve this myriad of difficult choices and makes it faster, cheaper, and de-risks your innovation. In our study, we believe that the solution exists in 4 horizons. The Horizon 1 solutions essentially talks about a known solution with a known benefit being delivered. The essence is to execute that at speed. These are called the digitization opportunities. When you move from manual to a system-based approach or a software application-based approach, you essentially fall and tap into the Horizon 1 offerings. The second horizon is called the digital transformation solutions. Here, the customers have a sense of the solutions which can be applied to their businesses, but may or may not know the value of doing that. When we look at digital transformations, you typically look at it from a solution which enables a system-based decision making. At the third horizon, our customers look at disrupting the process, disrupting the capabilities to create value for themselves. We call this as the digital reinvention era or the digital reinvention solutions horizons. But all of these create value. If the value at Horizon 1 was X, the value at digital transformation is 4X, while the value at digital reinvention is 10X. However, we at IBM want to be an essential part of the client's value creation, and therefore, we call the fourth horizon as the horizon for unknown unknowns. What do I mean by unknown unknown? In this state, most of our customers want to drive innovation but do not know what solutions will apply, do not know what intellectual properties will apply. We as IBM would not have created an industry solution or a pain area solution from our perspective. We may have the technologies, but how to solve it for a specific client problem is the problem of Horizon 4. How do you bring those technologies and IPs which are being created to make value for our customers is what we term as Horizon 4. IBM is the largest IP patent filer for the technology space. With that in perspective, we bring together what is going to get commercialized in the next 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. Our clients are typically industry leaders or industry disruptors who know what client problems needs to be solved. We bring this new age IP along with the client's problem understanding to help solve it in the IBM garage. And that essentially, my friends, is what we do in the IBM garage. We solve a business problem at the speed of a startup with the scale of an enterprise. Now let me take you through the models that we kind of engage with. The essential study that we did globally tells us that most companies want to de-risk their innovation process. Almost 72% of the businesses believe that they are susceptible to digital disruption in the next 3 years. They are conscious of the fact that a digital disruption is underway and is likely to disrupt them. And 14% of them believe that they cannot act quickly enough to compete against this. Now, this is a problem of here and now for the garage. How do you as business safeguard your business mode, your business ideas, your customers in a manner which is at speed, in a manner which is at a disruptive level that no one else can replicate? To meet this disruption, most of our customers tend to take baby steps in terms of creating proof of concepts, in terms of creating samples, in terms of launching it in pilot market. We at IBM want to take that journey forward and create what is called a minimum viable product. The output of the IBM Garage is what we call a market fit minimum viable product, which ensures that the market acceptability of the product, as well as the feasibility of the product, as well as the scalability of the product is understood and the risks are eliminated or addressed for. The IBM Garage operates in 3 levels. It can help our customers from an ideation journey perspective, where we create or co-create with our customers a set of concepts. We help our customers ideate and create a set of viable, feasible, appealing concepts. Okay. We look at it from a perspective that ideation may come from within the organization or external to the organization. But the fact of the matter remains that on which idea do I invest and build on? IBM Garage helps you prioritize and put in some details to develop concepts which can then be taken up for product development or solution development. That is the first phase. We take 100+ ideas and prioritize them and build concepts around 20 of them. For companies who are rich in terms of ideation, for companies who are clear in terms of the idea that they want to take to market, we can engage at the second level, which is in terms of co-execute. In this phase of IBM Garage engagement, we essentially look at it from a perspective of creating minimum viable product. We take the concept and create one viable, minimum viable product. This product is tested in the market and accepted in the market that we test them on, and therefore de-risks the failure of starting something new, of starting something which is untested in the market. The third phase, where most of our customers say that we have a concept, we have a sample product, we have created a sample solution, a breakthrough idea which has been solutionalized. How do I take that startup idea and build an enterprise scale model or an enterprise scale solution? At the third phase of the IBM Garage, we create what is called the cooperate phase. As IBM, as a 100+ year old company, we are able to scale and check the feasibility, scalability of any product idea. We bring that to the table to help you scale that concept or that solution. We use IBM products and services to help scale it in a manner and give you the stability of an enterprise. No longer are you worried that the startup idea cannot be scaled for lack of funding. IBM brings together all the muscle of an enterprise to help you scale that solution or product in a manner which is disrupting for the industry. The essence of all of this is the operating model of the IBM Garage. In the phase 1, which is co-create, we follow an cyclical process where we discover, envision, design, and then validate it with the business to check for the concepts. In the co-execute phase, which is ideate to MVP, we take these validated business initiatives, create hypotheses, and do a hypothesis testing in the market. These market validated hypothesis is what we confirm as a minimum viable product. We measure the market response, we measure and learn, and then reiterate, re-experiment to create the MVP. At the end of the phase 2, which is when we release the market validated minimum viable product. And like I said, in the phase 3, because it is a market validated product, the risk of a startup idea not doing well is removed. And that is where we bring in the power of IBM to scale up and provide you that stability of that solution or product. All of this is brought together by the operating model that we have in the garage. It essentially comprises of people, the technology aspects, the IP aspects, and a very strong governing body around it. Our experience with innovation, our experience of disrupting IBM's business model makes us believe that we can create value for our customers in this space. It comprises, our operating model comprises of squads. These squads are a set of capabilities or a set of resources that we bring together to solve specific business problem or to build specific MVPs. Each MVP will have a separate squad. Each idea to concept will have a separate squad. The squads live and die by the idea. The squads live and die by the MVP that they create and validate. All of this is put together under the governing umbrella called the interface team and the garage board. The interface team creates a value framework against which the speed can be measured and monitored. It also reports out the progress to the governing board in terms of the speed at which these squads are operating. As and when these squads progress or do not progress, the interface team creates an impediment discussion to remove the blockers which stall the speed of the squads which are operating. The governing board essentially takes decision on the funding and the continuance of that idea and removal of any impediments which are getting raised up as they co-create, co-execute, and co-scale. We bring this together with a set of technologies which are open scale, available on the cloud, and available for customers to experimenting. IBM Garage essentially creates this operating model in our customers to create an environment for innovation and agility. Now you might be wondering, to do all of this, there could be a heavy cost to pay. When we started off this journey with our customers, we said in the digital era, to initiate and inculcate a culture of innovation and experimentation and failure, this step has to be cost effective. So the garage squads operate in a specific time window. If it solves the problem in that time window, you have a solution in place. If it doesn't, you have an idea which has been tested and removed from consideration. That time window is what we say anything between 8 to 12 weeks. What we do in that 12 weeks is to release a minimum viable product so that a decision for future investments can be taken up. A decision for scale up can be taken up. And you take that decision basis the risks and the feedback from the market to ensure that failure of starting with a solution and then trying to do change management does not arise. That essentially is the operating model. This is built together in terms of a daily ceremonies. The ceremonies are the essential component of a day in the life of a garage squad. The ceremonies involve stand-up meetings. It involves playback sessions for what is working and what is not within the squad. It involves knowledge sharing and ideation sharing with the larger organization in a forum which is called showcases. It involves getting the entire organization behind that idea and building excitement in the organization that it is a lively place to experiment and not be afraid to fail. All of this comes together in a scrum of planning that we do in the garages. What we assure our clients is the speed at which we operate the garage and bring an idea to an MVP at scale. The essence of all of that is the squad. The squad is formed with specific people in mind. Each of the person within the squad has a specific T-shaped capability. What do I mean by T-shape? You may have deep expertise in cloud. You may be a data scientist. You may be an architect. That is your deep vertical side of the T shape. The other adjunct capabilities that you bring to the table, you may have researching capabilities. You may have design capabilities. You may have consulting capabilities. That forms the basis of the T in the T shape. The horizontal skills that you have, which may not be as deep as the core skills that you have, allows you to bond and connect with other members of the squad. So when you have multiple set of people who have the same growth mindset as you, who have the same team player capabilities as you, who has the same tenacity, curiosity, and intensity as you, the kind of work that gets done in that startup environment ensures that there is no fear, that there is straight talking in terms of what needs to be done to commercialize and to make the product ready. That ensures that the squad operates as a team and dies and lives by the idea that it brings to the table. These squads essentially change the nature as you go from co-create phase to co-execute phase to co-operate phase. In the co-create phase, the squads essentially have very deep expertise in specific areas. The specific areas that we look for in a co-create squad is essentially around product ownership, UI UX design, engineering, which can be data or cognitive, and in terms of ensuring that the project gets executed along with value realization. In the co-execute phase, the squads are little more tier shape. A strategist may have design skills. A researcher may have coding skills. A coder or a data scientist may have development skills. So these set of T skills come together in the co-execute phase where we create and build the product. When we scale this product, we have specialists, each one very specifically skilled for the scale-up part of it. That, my friends, is what the IBM Garage brings to the table. I will like to re-summarize what goes into the IBM Garage: a set of people and capabilities, a set of people who have a T-shaped skill and a growth mindset, a set of applied technologies, and it is applied with the purpose of solving a business problem, a new way of working where we do the straight talking and we are tenacious about solving the problem, and a set of global network that IBM brings to the table to help solve this. The obvious question is, am I the guinea pig? Is IBM starting this with me as the first customer? The answer is no. We offer this garage setup for critical clients who are ready to take that innovation journey. In India, we have partnered with Bestseller in the fashion business. What we did with Bestseller is a case in point where they had a business problem of inventory which needs to be solved for because the inventory levels were considerably high given their industry. And fashion being the industry where obsolescence is critical and time is of essence, we helped solve that problem using the garage. We created 4 initiatives which collectively helped solve this problem. We created and brought together our research team to create AI for fashion. Therefore, understanding what potentially could be an unsold inventory basis the consumer behavior trends, basis the initial pickup of the materials at the store. We looked at analytics in terms of what is moving and what is not, what is trending and what is not inside and outside the company to help forecast what particular inventory is going to be unsold and therefore reduce the repurchase of those inventory or reordering of those inventory. The second was to complete an initiative to complete the look. Each visitor to the website was curated with a stylist. It's like having your personal stylist complete the look for you. You look at a picture anywhere in the globe, you look at the style, you look at the color, and then you hunt for and shop for those specific styles and colors in the website. IBM got together a set of stylists to help you curate that look and suggest a specific look and complete it. The third was what we call rapid image cataloging. As the freshness increased, the need for changing a physical picture, photograph, catalog into a digital avatar became even more stringent. We believe with our rapid prototyping, we were able to give semantic segmentation as well as capture all the product attributes to help you complete the look and create and sell through the products. We brought the physical experience of a consumer with an AI mirror, where you didn't have to physically go into a trial room to change and see the look and feel the look. You could upload it and stand in front of a mirror and see different variations of the clothes or inventory which are available and see without trying how it looks onto you. We brought this phygital experience into the store to drive in-store experiences. That essentially is the IBM Garage. Now, when you look at data, when you look at an Indian $1 trillion economy 5 years from now, we believe that there are 3 axes into which customers will find opportunities: the platform axis, the experience axis, and the data axis. All of these, you will need to experiment. You will need to test products. You will need to look at solutions which help you disrupt. And these are typical solutions that we want to take to the garage to help solve it for you. Today, the question and the forum that we are talking about is around cloud and use of data, which is available on cloud today. As more and more data becomes available on the cloud for consume, there are companies which will curate this. You will have data sets based on the flow, based on the GSTNs, which is made available and curated for your industry. The earlier question was to use internal data. The new question that we need to solve for is how do I consume this external data? How do I validate this external data? and ensure the veracity of this data when I start consuming it. How do I consume weather information? How do I consume event information? How do I consume traffic information? How do I consume soil information to disrupt and create value in my business is what we want to solve. As we solve this, we also want to look at it from a perspective that I am not tied into a particular solution or an infrastructure. IBM Cloud provides you these services. And that is where it comes together in the IBM Garage. I hope I have been able to explain in the last 10 to 15 minutes the concept of the IBM Garage and takes you on the journey to help solve innovative problems or disruptive problems in your industry, in your business. Thank you for joining me on this session. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day's session that we have earmarked for you. Please feel free to reach out to me or to my colleague, other speakers on these aspects to help solve your business problem in a manner that is suited for you. Welcome to the IBM Garage. Thank you.